Hi, Scorpio. I'm out at night. I thought that was very Scorpio. This is your June reading, Scorpio moon, sun, rising. If you're just here because you feel like you're supposed to be, if you have 8th house placements, you're cross watching, all are welcome, as the lady says in Poltergeist. I'm going to look into whatever your guides tell my guides they want me to pass a note and gem to you about. And then we're going to look at that. If it doesn't come out, if it more comes centered around you, which sometimes my readings do, or money, or a work situation, or a family situation, I will still pull some love cards. It is very interesting in the sky right now as I'm reporting. Mars is in Aries at 29 degrees. Neptune is in Pisces at 29 degrees. So we have two planets in their strongest expression. In the sign that they're at home with, and also at that anaretic degree, the maturity degree. And we have Saturn in Pisces squaring the Venus that's in Gemini. The moon is in Cancer. Jupiter, Mercury, and the sun are also in Gemini. So it's just an interesting energy. It's kind of romantic, but it's really careful about what it wants to say about any feelings it may be feeling. It wants to think them out first before it says them. You know that when your shirt rises up in the back and you have that some little mosquito just found that one little strip of skin. We have the lights glowing for us. Okay. Let's see. What do we get? For Scorpio for June. Okay. Either you're being quiet or somebody else is being quiet, Scorpio. I mean, you're a Scorpio. You might be quiet. Okay. Okay, so both Pentacles cards. So for you, Scorpio, this is centering around money. Uranus is the only thing we have left in Taurus right now till Mars joins it. June is very interesting. I actually just did a recorded reading for a Scorpio. And so June is respite. A lot of good supportive energy. Just nothing, there's not a whole lot going on in fixed until July. Then there's stuff going on in fixed. Let's talk about the fact that Venus in Gemini is in conjunct. And when things are in transit in conjunct, I don't give it a lot of concern in the natal chart, but in transit or in a progress chart, and if you don't know about progress chart, ask me. But in the progress chart and in transit, sometimes in conjuncts will move things. And so there could be a lot of movement. We have a 5 of Pentacles and a 3 of Pentacles. Depending on your rising, you might have a lot of stuff going on quietly. It's going to bring you an upgrade. For whatever reason, it might not feel 5 of Pentacles. When we look at the 5 of Pentacles, there's always, not always, but traditionally, there's a background that would imply sanctuary, someplace to be safe. But we know that it doesn't feel safe for the person in crutches and in the snow because they're not going in, they're staying outside in the snow and the cold, battered up and bruised. It's better than that fake sanctuary. There's someplace you may not be feeling safe anymore. That could be within a person's company, it could be within a relationship, it could be within a group of people. Whatever you do quietly brings you an upgrade. The 3 of Pentacles for me is promotion, it's upgrade. There's going to be Mars and Uranus together in Taurus around 25, 26 degrees. That's going to be happening. We'll probably feel it um, around July 8th, and it's going to go exact 14th, 15th. I feel like you're preparing for that. I think that's what June is for. Preparation and upgrade. Preparation is upgrade. And I want to say for right now, which Scorpio is good at, because it's keep it to yourself kind of. It's like wetting your pants in a dark suit, gives you a warm feeling and no one notices. Um, keep on this. I mean, that's that's big. This is about you. This is upgrade, promotion, and quite honestly, it's going to probably bring in some good money. Listen, there was beautiful Venus and Jupiter going on. Venus and Jupiter were conjunct at that Sag full moon, and this Gemini new moon that just passed. And I did readings for those. Those are on the live stream from last Sunday. I want to say that was the 3rd, but it's on my, just press the thing that says live um on my page and it's there. And that new moon was conjunct Venus again. And now this Capricorn full moon is going to have Venus on the other side of it. Love it. Take advantage of that. But for you, what do you do so secretly? Whatever it is, you're supposed to be doing it. Somebody's like saying you're sneaky. You're not really being sneaky right now. You're being safe. Like not everybody. Okay. So first card out based on these two big energies that's surrounding the reading is the Lovers. It's a Gemini card. It's the choice. You have choices right now, and you're moving in quiet, I think, until you say those choices out loud. But spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and internally, you're aware of this, Scorpio. Whether this is about a love connection or just making a choice. There's something going on there for you. Let's see what else. What else? What other cards we want to clarify? Okay. There's a Knight of Wands. It's in reverse. Again, Knight of Wands can be very Scorpio because y'all are so magnetic, sex on a stick, look like a desk at detention, got all the right things to say or all the things not to say so that you're mysterious and somebody wants to crack you open. Um, right? Maybe I'm just partial as a water sign. And an Aries moon, like fire sees fire. Um, but with the Knight, this just confirms this, right? Like what you do quietly and avoid what other people might think is sanctuary when it's not. We have the Lovers, and we have this is not being approached the way that you would normally. We are not doing the Knight of Wands. There might be a want to rush in, but whatever this is going to take longer. Um, and it can't be rushed. Feels like desire is being quelled, and that might be the usual like place that you go for comfort, for satiation, and that might have been a place that was like this is really interesting. So when this was upright for you, this might have been how you took a hit of self-esteem or just it was the little numbing of what was really going on. But now you're upgrading quietly. Like, so this might have been a distraction. Whoever or whatever this was, where you were like Knight of Wands, that it's now, that might have been a distraction. You're not doing any distractions right now in this upgrade. Yeah, like none. Okay. What else are we going to get from this? What's the choice about? What's the choice about? We'll pull cards for the lovers like it's just the choice, and then we'll pull cards for the lovers as if it's a relationship. Feel more like it's a choice. And like the you choosing you, and that's beautiful. Okay. Now we have a page of swords in reverse. Yeah. That quietness, that solitude. You're not checking online. You're not could be a little bit of misinformation. Does anybody else see anything flashing over here? Right? It's weird. It's like there's no light there to flicker. This is a Friday night. This is how quiet. The Friday night in June. How quiet it is here. I love it. Okay. We have the Empress and we have a Ten of Wands. Now I feel like my audience is split before we're even doing the split reading for the Gemini, which is the twins, the split, the lovers, the there could be a mother figure around this, around what you don't feel safe in, or this is family related with this Empress. This Empress is definitely with child. Um, which gives me this could be family vibes. Or the Empress could be you just coming into like giving birth to a new life, creativity. With the Ten of Wands here, there's a burden that you willingly picked up out of passion. Maybe when you were the Knight of Wands and you realize it's no longer yours to carry. It's no longer in your highest good. All right, so the choice is I don't see this as a this could also be like needing mom and like nurturing. When the Ace of Wand comes in, it's attraction, passion, and then we have to make like a couple of like to choose something. And the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands, it's almost like you're told if you want this thing you want so much, you're going to have to make sacrifices. And in the Four of Wands, you're celebrating that. And the Five of Wands, there's inner conflict. Like, the Wands is it's almost the most up and down suit. By the time we get to that Ten of Wands, we're ready to put down a burden that we're done with. It's no longer in our highest good. And I'm wondering if some of you picked up somebody that you thought would be nurturing to you, that would like understand you, and they didn't turn out like that. And whatever the attraction was, whatever that button was that they knew how to push to keep you there, I think that you could be Five of Pentacles away from them. Right. Let's just pull a card like for the lovers. There's still an upgrade here. Still, that's the main story. You are getting an upgrade, you're having an upgrade, you're giving yourself an upgrade. Queen of Cups almost wanted to fly out. Okay, the lovers, the lovers, the lovers. All the way out. Okay, with the lovers, we get the Nine of Wands in reverse. Like, as a romantic thing, it's time to put whatever guard was up. It feels like this is the connection you can put the guard down with, but it feels like your guard is up everywhere else. I don't know that you're fully ready. Let's pull one more card for that as a romance card. Like Cancer got the same thing. Like something still needs to kind of cook. Okay. Eight of Wands. It came out sideways. During the Capricorn full moon, Scorpios, you may want to, because the Sun and Venus will be trining Scorpio. You may want to at that point express your feelings, but like as I'm doing this reading, it's not quite there yet. Let's see what the outcome. What does the end of the month look like for Scorpio? What is the end of hold on one second. Okay. So Five of Wands, there's still a little inner conflict at the end of the month. I want to give Scorpio some hope. Your fellow water sign Pisces has Neptune at 29 degrees. It's a little crunchy there. It goes into retrograde on July 2nd. July 2nd, I'm very excited for that day. I love Neptune in retrograde. It clears the fog. It's very honest. It can show truth. Um, it's just easy to see things clearly. And it just might take you know what you want and you want like I said, even with those defenses down, I'm like, it still feels like there's something. This upgrade is too important to you. Like no distractions. It's funny because I want to say Scorpio's reading for May when I did all of them live. I want to say that was like the same. This is a big change. So like that's when I talked about like if you have to change everything, if you're going to burn down the house, you're not going to be in it this time. Um, and so moving in silence too, I could swear that was May's reading. So this is like a continuation. You will be ready to bring in other things, but you want to make sure it's stable first. Let's pull some cards for money. All this Pentacles. Let's pull a card for money for Scorpio. Scorpio likes some money. 8th house. Ooh, pull a card for money. What does money look like for Scorpio? King of Pentacles. Love this for you. But King of Pentacles, not flashy King of Pentacles. Like it's a very earthy, humble King of Pentacles. Also means you have knowledge you didn't have previously. Saturn, like Jupiter, is a great teacher, right? It's the wisdom we glean from the hard knocks school. It's that PhD we get from the school of hard knocks. Okay. I'm going to pull from a different deck. And I just want to ask, is there anything else about this upgrade that hasn't come out yet? Is there a Hosier song, Hosier, that's something about a good time? I feel like I hear his voice, like, but it's more of an upbeat. Okay. Four of Cups came out in reverse. There's something that you haven't thought that has been available to you, like something you just don't get. Um, that is now you're going to be able to see it. Universe may have wanted to give it to you the whole time, but you weren't able, wherever you were at in your life, you could not see it for yourself or accept it for yourself. I spoke about this in, I want to say it was the Cancer reading, but we're like sponges, right? And if you've ever tried to pick up water with a bone dry sponge, it doesn't really work. You almost need the sponge to be a little wet so that it recognizes water, right? And then it's very absorbent. When we don't have self love and somebody else tries to give us love, it almost feels like a foreign object, right? We're not very good at absorbing it and accepting it. So, this is working on self love so that it doesn't feel like a foreign object for the money and the love to come in. This is deep work, Scorpio. I'm kind of proud of you. But once you do that work, there's just more. You're a wet sponge instead of a dry sponge. I love that for you. Um, we do membership here on the channel, and we meet once or twice a month. There's free card pulls. Um, there's extra videos, and like last month, I didn't get to do the extra. My back was out, so I barely got the live all 12 out in 2 days at the end of the month. So I didn't have any members only content. So instead, I did like 5 live streams and answered anything for anybody, even if it was their chart, which isn't normal. So, if there's ever a skip in that, I'll make up for it. And I'm live on Sundays. My birthday special is coming up soon. And I think I'm going to add a fourth level to membership with a little surprise in there, discounts. Uh, so that's it, Scorpio. I love you, know you love you. And thank you for watching. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.